Just about to get started, and pitching in this one for the A's, Jeffrey Springs. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, no doubt about it. He's going to have to put together some consistently good performances in order to bring that ERA down. Now, he's got good stuff. He's just got to be able to have confidence, trust it, and really go after hitters, not nibble. Trust that his stuff can have late life and miss barrels of bats.
Ready to go now? So now to the plate for Atlanta, Jurickson Profar. That one finds the zone, and this one is off and running. This to third, and it stays fair. The throw in. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Here is Matt Olson. Another solid power season. Here's a high fly ball out to center. He makes the grab. Grounder tags at second. And he makes it up to third with one away.
Third baseman, Austin Riley.
Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup must be licking their chops with a lefty on the mound.
Well, to me, Boog, it shows the managers trying to set these players up to have a big game. Facing an opposite-handed pitcher, you only get a fraction of a second longer to see the ball and decide to swing, but that can be the difference between a line drive and a swinging strike.
Base hit, and a run comes in.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Love how he just kept it simple there. Didn't come out of his mechanics. Nice tight swing, hard hit ball.
One gone, runner at first. So here's Murphy now. Right through there for a strike. Man at first, one away. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with one down.
Left fielder, Marcell Ozuna.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Rooker balls it in, 2 away. In there safely.
Now we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. That one ripped. And that should be extra bases. One run is in.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs. But sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
So up next, Stuart Fairchild. Now a screamer into the outfield. Rooker puts it away, and that is that. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Braves 2 and the A's nothing. And we're back. Today's starting pitcher, Spencer Strider.
And a guy like this is going to keep you in the ball game. He's going to go out there, compete. Not going to see a whole lot of flair and flash, but he's going to hand it over to the bullpen at some point. And if you've been able to score a few runs, you'll be in it late. So we'll see if he's able to do that for his club in this one.
And now the DH, Lawrence Butler.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
That misses the zone. Ball one.
Strider's a guy known for his velocity. He can bring it, but that wasn't always the case. Coming back from an injury in college, Strider was throwing 94 to 96 miles per hour, Boog, when the Braves drafted him. Now he lights up the radar gun with triple-digit speeds.
So a man at first. Next up for the A's, Jacob Wilson. And that drops in for a strike. Swing and a ground ball. Sneaks through, base hit. And he can't come up with it. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. And now the right fielder, Brent Rooker. And that one fouled off. Runners on the corners, no outs. And a swing and a miss there.
0-2.
A little bit low. Going to count 1 and 2. And a swing and a miss. And that is a big first out.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Nick Kurtz up next for the A's. That misses, and it's 1-0.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Next offering is in for a strike. First and third, 1 down. Pitch in the dirt, and a count 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
2-2.
That one is absolutely belted. Can't get there. Should be extra bases. One runs in. Runner around third. He'll score and they tie it.
Oh, that's a big at bat coming through in the clutch to drive in a pair. Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that.
And now a chance for Shea Langoliers. First offering misses badly for ball 1.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
And it finds its way through for a hit. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. He's safe. It's 3-2.
Everything came together for him. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
So digging in, Tyler Soderstrom. On the ground, could be 2. Throws to first in time. And time now to check out the A's lineup. And one of the most exciting young stars in the sport, Lawrence Butler.
Boog, he's really been showing off the pop in this series so far. 2 homers. And you know, he'd love to add on with another shot today. I'm interested to see how they approach him.
And the righty deals. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Coming home. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single. It's 4-2.
Comes through with the RBI. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
So 2 down. Here's the second baseman, Zach Geloff. And takes low for ball 1.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
Out to short, and it finds its way through for a hit. And out to a board. Next up for the A's, Denzel Clark. That one misses, and that is ball 1.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out. Get as much as you can. Give him one of those tough innings where
and he's got it in right field for the 3rd out, so that'll do it. So 9 batters come to the plate. 4 of them score. We go on to inning number 2. It's the Athletics 4 and the Braves 2. New inning getting started, and here is Eli White.
He gave up a couple of runs in the first. His offense picked him up. It's time for him to settle in now and throw up some zeros on that scoreboard.
That's to 3rd. On to 1st. 1 out in the 2nd. And now Nick Allen. Line drive. He brings it down. Nice play.
Great hops right there, Boog. He timed it just right to bring that liner down, and he saved a knock.
So the lineup flips over. Jurickson Profar. Next up for the Braves. Doubled leading off the ball game. Then came around to score the first run of the game. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in. And he's got his second double of the game.
He has had such a good day today. I don't think he's going to want to leave when it's over.
A couple of doubles today for the DH. So runner at second, 2 down. Olson now at the plate. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And foul ball. Man at second. Olson swings and drives it deep to right. And that ball is gone. Matt Olson goes deep. His 18th home run of the season, and we're all square. It's 4-4.
This game is breathing new life thanks to that home run, and that's exactly what they needed. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
So here's Riley now. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Here's Sean Murphy. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. He's 0 for 1. Base hit center field. Riley comes in to score. And it's an RBI single, 5-4 now as they take the lead. Now a dive for the tag, and he gets him. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the DH, Lawrence Butler. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Back there. Out of here. And this game is tied. It's 5-5. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Next to hit, Jacob Wilson. That's a slider for a strike.
Well, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. White pulls it down and he makes the catch. One down. Brent Rooker up next for the A's.
Strider out there on the mound for this one, and he's a guy who had a really impressive college career but needed Tommy John surgery while playing for Clemson. You know, Boog, Strider spent time with a sports psychologist at Clemson while rehabbing from his surgery. They talked a lot about the concept of purpose and the importance of having a defined goal for everything you do. You know, it's something Strider now preaches himself.
Nick Kurtz up next for the A's. Doubled his first time up. Yeah, that's fouled off. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across. Bottom half of inning number 2. There's a swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Next offering is downstairs.
Too low.
Battling here as he fouls it away. And foul ball. 2 outs, base is empty. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. The A's get 1 on this homer. All even at 5 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. And we're back. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Springs back to work. Line drive, and that's base hit out into left center field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Tough game for him so far, Boog. Another hit, and they've just been knocking him around through the first 2+. He's got to get things back on track. Maybe junk a pitch that isn't working, or he might not last much longer.
Ripped to third and caught.
That's a big first out of the inning. He showed off his skills catching the line drive, but most importantly, he kept the runner out of scoring position. Things would look a little different if he didn't make that play.
On the ground to second, might be 2. There's 1. Throw to first, but he beat it. So up next, Nick Allen. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Throw there. Safe. Singy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Muncy tosses to first, out. And that is the inning. So no runs here on a base hit. As we go to the last of the third. And here's the catcher, Shea Langoliers. First pitch misses.
Well, I think this is an important inning on the mound for him in this game. He's got to find a way to settle things down and give some length in this start.
Hard hit down the line and left. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Tyler Soderstrom digs in now. There's a swing and a drive. That's down. One hops off the wall. Runner from second crosses the plate, and it's 6-5.
That's 2 consecutive extra base hits for this team. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Next up for the A's, Max Muncy. RBI single his last time up. And the first offering is not close.
You know, these A's really producing with runners on. It's been a right.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. His second home run of the series, and they add a pair. It's 8-5. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Zach Geloff up next for the A's. And he's already singled in this game. Just missed. Geloff measures 6 feet 2 inches in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was a second-round pick in 2021. Close, but called a ball, and the count is 2-0. Strider maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Line drive, and that'll get down for a base hit.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Man at first, nobody out, and stepping in is the speedy Denzel Clark.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the field.
Runner on the go. Pitch misses inside. Safe at second, and that was not close. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
1-2.
Ground ball up the middle. Into the outfield, base hit. Coming home. He will score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 4. So the batting order turns over. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Lawrence Butler. First pitch just misses.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound, and this is
runner on the move. Broken bat, and it's popped up. Reaching for it, makes the catch. Now a throw to first, and he won't get back in time. It's a double play. Jacob Wilson up next for the A's. 1 for 2. The MO for him is contact. A guy who's going to deliver average, not a ton of power. He's looking to hit a line drive somewhere.
Well, that's why it's a team. And when you look at a lineup, he's a great two-hole hitter or a guy that you could put at the bottom to help turn that lineup over to have some momentum for your top hitters coming up to the plate.
And the next pitch is way outside. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick out. Oh, now this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. Around first, heading for 2. And he'll make it safely. That's a double. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Brent Rooker up next for the A's. 0 for 2 in this one. That catches the top part of the zone. That's strike one. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And that's a base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Bang, bang play at the plate right there. Outfielder needed no help. An absolutely perfect throw to get him right on the money. Excellent tag by the catcher. And the inning ends on an awesome play.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Stepping in, Jurickson Profar. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that one is out of here. He'll circle the bases. 3rd home run of the season. And they close the gap. It's 9-6. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Yeah, the batter now, Austin Riley. Fouled off. He was late.
You know, these Braves doing a good job at the plate with runners on base, and that can be a key difference maker in the game. They're getting hits when it matters most and converting base runners into runs. They
drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Gone. A 2-run homer. It's their 2nd home run of the inning, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 9-8.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time. Took a direct path to the ball. Excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Manager out of the dugout now. Here's the power hitting catcher, Sean Murphy. He's 2 for 2. And there's a base hit to left.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Line drive, that's a base hit. Murphy around second on his way to third. Heading for the plate. Relay throw home. The tag, safe. It's 9-9.
Wastes no time there. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Line drive to short and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Now in for the Braves, Stuart Fairchild. Foul ball there. Out in front and foul to the left side. Ozuna, the runner at second with one away. Line drive, caught. Throw not in time at second to double him off. Great hustle to get back.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Now a long throw home. There's the tag. They get him, and that's the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working, and we've got a good one. Tied at 9-9. Nick Kurtz up next for the A's. And the slider just misses.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
He's got it, and a quick out, number 1.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Langoliers in the box now. No balls and a strike. That one outside. 1-1. That's down and in.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, has room, and he makes the catch.
Got the pitch that he wanted, just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open. Backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
And a base hit right there. And that extends the inning. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull into second with 2 gone.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Man on second, 2 down. That's in there, and a count 1-1.
1-1.
And that drops in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Missed with a changeup, and it's 2-2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
A lot of adrenaline. We can see it right there. And sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Nick Allen. Hard hit to third. The throw to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. Now batting Jurickson Profar. He's already homered here in this one. Makes the catch for the second out.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Hammered, base hit, and that keeps the inning alive. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy. And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle and a base hit. Back-to-back singles. And now first and second with 2 outs.
He was all over that one. You see a ball come off the bat like that, you know it was pretty much a perfect swing. And for me, I start wondering, and I'm looking on the computer, what was the exit velocity? This time 106. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Digging in, Sean Murphy. Down the line, it's a base hit. Here comes Olson around third. He will score, and the Braves take the lead. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Well, he's so dialed in, I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed. This is the type of approach you want to see guys take in this situation.
So digging in, Marcell Ozuna.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great.
Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. That one felt good. His 12th of the season, and they tack on to their lead. It's 13-9. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
I'm excited to see that one again, but with the StatCast data, because that was a bomb. Oh, says he drove it out of here at 115 miles an hour.
I think I heard the ball screaming on its way out. And that's some serious exit velo. Pretty elite, and he caught it just right to get it up in the air.
So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, Mitch Spence.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
On the ground at first. The flip to the pitcher covering, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run homer. Last half of the 5th coming up. You're dialed into the show. Bottom of the inning. Now it's going to be Zach Geloff.
Second baseman, Zach Geloff.
Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1.
You know, these Athletics, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. It's been a real team effort. Already 7 extra base hits, so that goes to show they're getting contributions from top to bottom. Nobody's doing that by themselves.
And a slider misses down and away.
1-2.
Swings and misses. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Denzel Clark up next for the A's. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with 1 away.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down.
Butler stands in now and watches strike 1. That's in there. And the count is 0-2.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
And the 0-2. Fouled off. And they'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball. Slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Strider deals. That one 95 to finish him off.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Next up for the A's, Jacob Wilson. And first offering is fouled off. Clark off of first with 2 away. Well struck right field. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top 6 now in for the Braves. Stuart Fairchild. On the ground to short. Wilson whips it to first.
He's out.
Leadoff man retired in the 6th. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Eli White. Ground ball left side. Can't glove it cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw. And it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. Line drive. And that's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
That's a base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Cut off, throw to third. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning. So no runs on 2 base hits. No errors and a runner left. Well, we go bottom 6. Now it's the right fielder, Brent Rooker. Strider back to work. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Rooker in his 4th year, 30 years old now, a former first-round pick back in 2017. High fly ball right field, and makes the grab. 1 away. And now the first baseman, Nick Kurtz. Ball 1 there.
Ball 2.
That one missed. Now 3-0. And that one fouled off.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
1 out, base is empty. Ripped to short. Throw on to Olsen. And now 2 gone. 2 down, base is empty. Shea Langoliers, the next to hit. And that one clips the corner. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Right side, hard hit. Albies over to first in time. And the inning is over. We go to the top of the 7th. Now here is Matt Olson. That one ripped right center field. Going, gone. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game, and they add a run. It's 14-9. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Here comes Austin Riley, and he swings and lifts one to deep center field, and that one is off the wall. Around second, he wants to cycle, and he boots it. Runner at third, nobody out. And now here is Sean Murphy. Bunting, and it's right in front of the plate. No hit here on the bunt attempt. They get the out.
Well, I'm pretty sure he took a look around the infield to see where they were playing before laying that one down. And everyone is playing back. You assume that's going to be a pretty easy knock, but he just couldn't put it down in the right spot to allow him to beat that out. Maybe the right idea, but he just couldn't pull it off.
Fires over to first, and the bunt doesn't work out. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit, and when guys rush.
Hold on, he's coming home, and a bunt towards third. Tosses to first. They limit the damage here. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Set for the last half of the 7th. Leading off, Tyler Soderstrom.
Tyler Soderstrom.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. On the ground. Now the throw to first on the run. And very nicely done for the out. Max Muncy up next for the A's. He's already homered in this game. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Line to left. Reaching for it and brings it in. Zach Geloff up next for the A's. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And now the center fielder, Denzel Clark. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
On the ground to the left. And it goes just foul.
Just 1 out away from 7 strong innings and just at 100 pitches. Man, pretty impressive. They've got to be happy with what they've gotten from him out there today.
2 outs. That one drilled left field. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. We look ahead to inning number 8. Braves on top, 14-9. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Number 49. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Stuart Fairchild getting ready to hit. And that's ripped into left. Base hit.
Now then, right fielder Eli White.
So man aboard, and now the right fielder Eli White. On the ground to third, and that's a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. On the ground to third, might be 2. To second for 1. On to first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
And now the shortstop, Nick Allen. That one lined into left field, and that's base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Here's Profar now. And a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Now batting, first baseman Matt Olson.
And the batter now, Matt Olson. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
Makes the grab on the run. And that is that. Ready for the bottom of the Bryce Elder into the game.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Elder fires. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 2. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Big at bat right here.
One
He
strike.
did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Gets it to first. Out. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Next up for the A's, Jacob Wilson. And that one hammered. That's back there. And it's out of here. He'll touch them all. And they're chipping away. It's 14-10.
Things might get pretty interesting if they keep connecting on pitches like that.
Rooker, batting with one down, takes a strike. And that one is lifted in the air. White has a beat on it. Puts it away for the out.
Hey, partner, how's your scorecard looking right now?
A little dicey, kind of hieroglyphics style at the moment. You know what it's like, Singy? Remember our trip to London, Yankees and Red Sox in 2019? I think there were 50 runs scored in the 2 games combined. My scorecard was ugly for that series. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
Yeah, pretty
One
ridiculous.
ball,
And you use
two
like
strikes.
5 different colors of pens, so like it's just a mosaic over there.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. Through 8 full, you're watching Major League Baseball exclusive. All set to start the 9th in this one. Here's Austin Riley. With the shift on, hits right into it. Slings it across.
He's out.
Now 1 gone in the 9th. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Sean Murphy. First pitch swinging, and it's a knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
I mean, come on, have a game. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
To third might be 2. Muncy to second, double play, and that'll do it for the inning. We head to the bottom of the 9th, and now here's the A's catcher, Shea Langoliers. Elder back to work. Right through there for a strike. Elder, in his 2nd season, he features a sinker, a slider, a 4-seamer, and he works in a changeup. Check swing, and he went 0-2 now.
2 strikes.
And delivers outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 1-1.
1 strike.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
That's one of those errors you make as an outfielder where you just can't believe it. You want to crawl into the grass. Every outfielder at some point muffs an easy one like that, but it feels like one of the most embarrassing things you can do. Hey, we all caught pop-ups in Little League. Nothing particularly difficult about that one. He just didn't see it all the way and put the squeeze on it. I'm sure it won't happen again.
White brings it in. Runner tags at second. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play.
Man, you have to be sure if you're tagging from second base that you're going to move up to third with no problem. And I know he wasn't out by very much, and it took a great throw to get him, but you're already in scoring position, so it's just a foolish decision to try and push it there.
The Athletics down to their last out. Now it's the second baseman, Zach Geloff. And that's outside. And that's ball one. Lifted to left, and that should do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Braves slug their way to a win in this one.
I'd say you're lying if you say you don't feel a 5-game losing streak. This W definitely helps them relax a little bit and take some of the pressure off from it going to a 6, 7, or even an 8-game losing streak.
And our final 14-10. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.